Hi, this is Wade McKittrick, Superintendent at Wabasso Public Schools, and this is the Superintendent Stream. Today, as most of you know, the governor of Minnesota announced the framework for reopening schools for this upcoming fall. While many of you were probably watching the press conference or waiting to hear about the press conference, expecting a concrete answer on exactly how Wabasso Public Schools open up this fall, it might have been a little bit frustrating to see that there was a bit of a process that we have to go through before we can actually make that announcement. But the great news is we're one step closer. We've cleared a lot of hurdles. Within the plan that the governor announced today, our county is in exceptionally good a good place for schools to begin reopening. As you know, our COVID-19 numbers are relatively low. And if you were to look at the indicator rate that the governor alluded to this afternoon for our county, it would reflect that just by using that singular number, that we would be in a good place to have all kids back in school in person on August 25th. However, we can't make that announcement quite yet. The reason being is we need to go through the consulting process with the Department of Health to ensure that all the things that the state is asking for, all the boxes are checked to make sure that we provide the safest environment possible for kids. I want to be able to communicate to you directly today in this short superintendent stream that our goal all the way through this planning process since March is to get kids back in school in person for in-person education as quickly as possible in a safe environment. So as we've been working this summer, that's what we've been doing. We've been making all of our decisions based on that goal, that when we started school, we wanted to be able to bring kids back into the building and to be able to have them with their friends, receiving instruction from their teachers. That meant we needed to slow play some things like opening the gym, weight room, things like that, and we did it. But we did it with this end goal in mind. Well, that might have frustrated some people at sometimes. There was an end goal in mind, and this is it. So over the next few days, we will be going through that consult process and looking to be able to firm up the answer to how we will be starting school in the fall. One thing that I feel very confident in being able to tell you is we will, based on our numbers and all indicators, we're looking at a scenario 1, scenario 2 at the worst. So with that in mind, you can begin to make a little bit of planning as parents and students. So until next week, I just ask that you be patient with us once more, and we'll get that answer to you as quickly as possible, and know that this is what our goal is. That our goal is to have kids in the school in person for in-person instruction. That's our goal. That's our desire. That's what we want. And I think that's what you want based on the survey that we put out. So we'll be communicating that information to you as quickly as possible. And whether that's the beginning of the week, the middle of the week, or the end of the week, that depends upon that consult process. But please know, within the next week, I'll be communicating something to you out with the progress of where we're at, so that we can all know as quickly as possible where we are at with how we're going to be reopening school this fall. I am so excited of the possibility that was opened up today, that we will be able to have the kids come back into our building, that we will be able to start school and get back to some resemblance of educational normalcy. While it's not going to be perfect, it's not going to be exactly what it was before COVID-19, we'll be moving towards that norm. So thanks again for all you do as far as providing us flexibility to plan, patience. You've been great to work with. I appreciate the questions I've been getting. And just know this, I'm going to give you the answers that I have. I'm not going to make anything up. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear just because it's what you want to hear. I'll tell you the truth. We'll be transparent. And if I don't know the answers, I'm simply going to tell you I don't know the answers. And I hope that's what you expect out of me as your school superintendent. So I look forward to sharing out some information next week, and we look for that to be great news for the start of this new school year. So until next week, it's a great day to be a rabbit.